Yes, automation is killing your business. Now look, I love automation just as much as the next guy. But I gotta tell you, if it is the only thing in your business, then it is definitely killing it, and not killing it in the good way. And in this video, I'm gonna reveal how not to fall into the automation trap that so many solopreneurs and solo practitioners have fallen into, and how to use automation in the right way to really grow your business. Hey, it's Tom Jackobs, and this channel, if you're new, is all about taking your presentations, turning them into performances so that you get more profits in your practice. And that's all about making your sales process a lot better. All right, let's dig into this whole topic of automation, and everything has to be automated. I mean, it's so easy these days, especially for lead generation, to target exactly the prospect that you want. Whatever their gender is, their age, their occupation, their income level, all of that is available to us to target a specific ad to them and tell that prospect that they need to sign up for your webinar or sign up for a discovery call or buy your product. It wasn't too long ago where you had to rely on radio ads or newspapers or grocery shop cards. I certainly did that. And you were just like throwing this huge net out and hoping that the right prospects would come around in that net somehow. But now with the technology and the automation that we have, I mean, it's like a sniper, and you see your target and it's like they're right there waiting for you. And you can specifically put an ad in front of the person at the right time with the right demographic. It's pretty amazing. However, if you are relying solely on automation to convert that prospect into an actual client, then you're missing a huge opportunity, especially for wellness coaches, health practitioners. You are doing a personal service. So why not get a little bit more personal? Automation will take you through, and you send out an email and maybe a text and maybe do a voicemail blast or something like that. But there is nothing more personal than a warm phone call. I think it's so important that businesses need to understand that prospects need that human touch. Because ultimately, we as consumers aren't doing business with a web page or an email or a business. We're doing business with people. And when you're doing business with people, especially for a service type of organization, then you need to get personal and have that warm voice that helps that prospect move to the next stage if the automation has not worked. And there's a certain number of people that just don't respond to automation. This is what I suggest as a typical flow to integrate automation and the human touch, especially if you're doing like a webinar or something like that. So you do your ad, you target the right people, and they're registering for the webinar, and of course you do the automated emails that tell them to show up for the webinar, but also include a warm phone call. Regular basic marketers, they're just gonna call and say, oh, you ready for this webinar? Great, I hope you show up. Blah, and down. And that's not gonna do anything for you. However, if you get that prospect involved in the webinar, and this is something that we've been doing at the call center for the 30,000 phone calls that we make each and every month, is we get the prospect involved in the next step. So when it's the webinar, we ask a very simple question. What would you like to have addressed on the webinar? And now you have the prospect involved and invested in showing up for the webinar. Now we've done this study, and I have the numbers to back this up. When you do a warm phone call, just like what I've described, you are twice as likely to get that prospect to show up for the webinar than if all you did was just leave a voicemail message confirming that they registered. And then after the webinar, you want to then make a phone call to all the attendees asking them what they enjoyed most about the webinar. And you make this like a customer service call. Like, oh, did you get all your questions answered? Oh, you didn't? Well, let's go ahead and schedule you for that free discovery call. And that's how you're going to take your business to the next level integrating automation along with that human touch. Because like I said at the beginning, automation alone is killing your business. You're leaving so much money on the table. What would it mean to your business if you were able to add another 10%, 20%, 30%, or even double the number of consultations that you have on your calendar each and every month? I mean, for my business, it would double the business, right? It just makes sense. The math just makes sense. So think about it for yourself, what it's going to take to integrate that human touch. Now, I've put together a process, and I'd love for you to have it. It is our follow-up process, and it has the exact text messages, the voicemails. You just copy it, swipe, and deploy, and use them because they've been very effective for us. I'm going to put a link down below. Just click that link, fill out the form, and I'm going to send that right to you so that you are following up effectively and not allowing automation alone to ruin your business, but rather have automation and that human touch together is going to double your business. I am sure of it. Now, I've put together another video on how to get more people to show up for your webinars and the scripting that's involved in that. So just go ahead and check that video out right there. And until next time, you have a great day.